Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Sean Mannion and the Dallas Cowboys.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Takes it at the 7. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They're being led out by their quarterback out of Oregon State, standing tall at 6'6", Sean Mannion.
And frankly, this is the type of game that a great quarterback relishes because 0-2 on the road, everything's against him and his team. No one can expect them to win. Sometimes you band together real tight in that situation, and if he plays really well, they've got a chance to get that done.
Throwing is Mannion. And incomplete to open things up.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Here's Mannion. Fighting to stay upright. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And this one incomplete. A 50-50 ball in the end, nearly intercepted. And now it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. On 2nd and 10. Jones. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now back to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They're going to look to throw. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on 3rd down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A first down carry for Barkley. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. From the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Got a man. It's Brown. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Mannion. Swinging this out for Pollard. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. They'll throw now on the final play. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Isaiah McKenzie up close to 100-yard receiving there. From there, it's off to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Austin Eckler, 3 touchdown runs. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And it was the visiting L.A. Rams who get the victory in that one. Kareem Hunt, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll set him back 5. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. So that'll back him up 5. Jones operating from the gun. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Try to Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're in the third quarter. Who are in possession. Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. Operating from the gun. Jones going deep here for Watkins. They've got his man complete.
All you got to do is look it up.
Right end. Touchdown, New York. Quez Watkins, 87 yards. And the Giants come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mannion. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. And right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Here's Pollard again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think. They'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Uzomah. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage. What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. A run by Barkley, going to go backwards as he's going to lose right around 3 yards here. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
They'll roll him out right. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
quickly into the hands of Beckham. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is at the field, and they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
And the tight end is certainly in position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Pollard again. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Drake. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
On first down, Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Barkley. Oh, able to avoid him. And he gets it down to the 32. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Jones. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Robbie Anderson, 32 yards. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 23. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Rodgers to return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points,
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Throwing, Jones. Oh, bad. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're in the 4th quarter now, and the Giants in possession of the football. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Running again with Barkley on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Back to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Jones throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. We're set to go as the Cowboys are in possession of the football in quarter number 4. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Looking to throw. He's got Fuller. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. And he'll get this up.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants versus Sean Mannion and the Dallas Cowboys.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they come in at an early crossroads here, facing a tough opponent on the road where a loss would make them 0-3.
And when you start that way, doubts really start to creep into a locker room, and guys start to battle each other instead of worrying about winning games.
Wow, a gamble here right off the bat. An onside kick to begin the game. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know. Maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change the momentum of this game in a hurry.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The rushing numbers for Pollard last week.
12 carries, 56 yards. I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Mannion trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 2nd down, Barkley, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off play action, Jones. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Wilson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
An extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Jordan, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. Back to throw. Got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. That catch good for only a couple. Well, this defense for the Giants, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
They'll run on first down. Barkley, and to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Back-to-back great plays defensively. You get the sack on 1st and goal. A great job in coverage there. All of a sudden, they're looking at 3rd and goal from further back than when they started.
And the really good play callers look ahead and down and distance sequence. Now he's got to backtrack a little bit and go maybe off his play sheet to try and dial something up here.
By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The Giants possessing the football. We rejoin the action in the 2nd quarter. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And this is caught. It's a touchdown. Oh, there's a flag down. They're already walking this one back. This one's not going to stand. So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Now we
we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talking about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots. Now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sterling Hoffrichter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have and he will go down, a Cowboy sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The Giants possessing the football. We rejoin the action in the 2nd quarter. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
From the gun, Jones. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. Touchdown, Giants. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to widen their lead here in this first half. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers on the return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. If second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. They'll look to throw here on first down. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. Jones now on 1st and 10. He completes it to Beckham. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones flush to his right. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And this is Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. It's the Cowboys with the football as we resume play in the second quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. And some room to work. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Throwing is Mannion. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To try again after the sack. Mannion. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 107 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing on 2nd and 3, Jones. And he's got Booker. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Escaping the pressure right. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. So they called it a touchdown. Welcome back, everyone, to MetLife Stadium here in New Jersey. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Rodgers to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Here's Mannion. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Now
Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. So that one will be accepted. Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty. Play clock down to 0. Now, this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off the play fake, Jones. Here's Booker on the catch. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And a really unbelievable play there on 4th and long. So on 4th down, a big-time completion, and the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jones fakes the give to Barkley.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Off play action. Jones. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. Into a dump. Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports coverage of the NFL. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he's got his target, Harris. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Jones. Welcome back to MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. We're in the third quarter, and it's the Giants who are in possession of the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Flush to his right. Jones hit, and the ball's out. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he'll buy some time right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Cowboys are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd down now. Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will extend this big lead. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Rodgers on the return.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. They'll set up to throw.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Here's Fuller with a catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He'll look to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On first down, Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Pollard.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. This is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really had zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. On a
delay of game there. They could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
Problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So offense moving a little too slow there. Could not get set, and they get the penalty.
down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. And they just did not get the snap away in time. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
There's Beckham, great grab. And they work this out past the 25. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And they're going to speed things up here. Now Saquon Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
From the 10.
in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.